Okay, y'all, I know it's been a couple of weeks, but life happens. But, anyways, so I am going to do a video about blended families. It took me a while to do this one because I couldn't really find, I guess, the right words because blended families can go a few ways. Me personally, I've experienced it because I grew up in a blended family. And let me be the first to say it's not easy, not even a little bit. But now that I'm older and I'm able to express it from a grown up's point of view and not the little girl or the preteen that I was, it's kind of easier for me to explain and understand. Um, First thing I want to say is the adults play a huge part in it. Growing up, my dad was married, and it was seven of us all together. I was the oldest of the seven. My dad and his wife, they had my sister together, and then she had three boys, which are my brothers. Um, and at the time, I didn't think that it was okay to share my daddy. Like, nope, you can't call him daddy, or no, I don't want to be here because you're not understanding like the reasons why your parents divorced, or the reasons why your parents aren't together or weren't together, or why they didn't work. And I was just really selfish, and I just didn't want to share. um, I was really rude and mean. I caused a lot of unnecessary issues between me and my stepmom. It wasn't all me. But again, I was a preteen. When I was younger, it wasn't so bad. But when I started to get to the like preteen, teenage years, yeah, it was horrible. Um, I never wanted to be there. I just was retarded, y'all. Not necessarily, but like I said, I was a teenager, so I had my own things going on and my own reasons and things of why I acted the way I acted. Like they say the how you get treated like a redhead stepchild. I was literally a redhead stepchild, but at the same time, I had a love for them that if I talk noise, only I can talk noise. Y'all can't talk about my siblings. Y'all can't talk about my brothers. Y'all can't talk about my stepmom. Like it's just how we was. And I see like now, like I said, it plays a big part because when the adults don't enforce like you to be a certain way, or you see one parent acting this way, it's just like kids kind of go off of how their mother or their father feels. So kids usually act how their parents were. Like I said, it was a lot of crazy stuff going on when I was younger. And once her and my dad divorced, and of course my dad got married again, and then I added on three more brothers. um I was not mean to her, but some of the things that I did and the situations I handled weren't the best. They weren't the nicest. But again, it was me being selfish and me not wanting to share my dad, and then me not understanding, like, once again, why I wasn't my mama. In my mind, it was just wasn't nobody my mama. I just had my mama. That was it. That's all I ever known. So, but like I said, now that I'm older and I understand things from a different point of view, I am very thankful for those relationships that I had with my other siblings. Growing up, we weren't even allowed to use the word step, but sometimes it had to be said because it was hard to explain. But we weren't allowed to use that word. So growing up, those relationships and those bonds that I built with them made a huge difference in my life. Like we didn't always communicate as grown-ups. We didn't always keep up with each other, but we built a bond and relationships that no matter who was together or who wasn't together, them was my brothers. Period. Point. Can't nobody. Them was my brothers. And so just recently, we we lost one of my brothers, and um, that's probably been one of the hardest things that I've had to, swallow, deal with, because like I said, blood couldn't make us any closer. We literally grew up together. Them was my brothers. And it's sad that it took me or us losing him for us to realize a lot of things. I finally sat down and had a long overdue talk with my stepmom that's been needed for years. I apologized, she apologized, and that was like a weight of relief off of my shoulders too. It just was so much. But losing my brother made us realize, like, we are, at the end of the day, we're family. Family is family. There's no putting titles on it. But when it comes to blended families, you have to understand that nobody should overstep boundaries. And when I say that, because I have kids, and their fathers are in new relationships or whatever. And for some reason, the exes always think that, the new girlfriends always think that the exes they dude back, or they baby daddy back, or whatever you want to call it. When I'm done with you, I'm done with you. I could care for either one of mine, and I promise you, no, more power to you. Have your little family, do your thing, but make sure that you don't talk bad about that kid's mother or say anything out of pocket, because regardless, a kid is gonna ride for their parent regardless. Like, that's just what it is. Like, my mama, you can't say nothing about my mom. You can't say nothing about my daddy. I don't care who it is. But people just have to understand those boundaries. Learn how to be an adult. Learn how to communicate. Me personally, I would choose to communicate, because at the end of the day, like, whatever they have kids or more kids, like my kids and they're siblings at the end of the day. So what I look like being, petty and childish, I can be. Don't get it twisted, I can be. But for what though? Like, there's no need for the animosity. There's no need for the drama. But for some reason, females always like to bring that, like, and it's always usually they thinking that somebody wants somebody. Ain't nobody got to worry about me at all. I have my own man. I know my kids know that I'm their mama, and can't nobody take that spot. When you're in a blended family and you have extra people, those are bonus people. Those are extra people. Love those extra people. Respect those extra people. And I always tell my kids, always talk to me, communicate with me. Let me know what's going on, because I'm going to have your back regardless. But again, you don't be disrespectful. If there's a problem, come tell me. But you don't be disrespectful at all. Me, growing up, I thought I was grown. So I feel like I could say whatever, and that was not right of me at all. Because now that I have a daughter, I know my daughter is my mini all the way. And she's going to talk to me. She's going to tell me everything. But I feel like when you're in a blended family situation, if the person that you're with does not treat your kids like their own, you don't need to be with them. Point blank, period. If they can't accept your kids, or accept the fact that you have kids, or accept the fact that your kids come with it, and like I said, it's a whole blended family situation, then you just need to keep it pushing, because some people don't understand that. And me, to this day, I don't understand, like, why there be so much animosity and jealousy when it comes to those situations, because there's really no need for it. Me personally, I don't care. Like I said, I know my kids know that I'm their mother. Point blank, period. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. I birthed them. I carried them. I take care of them the whole year, every day. I do my job. So when coming from both sides of the fence, you can't allow anybody to just do anything and talk any kind of way. But at the same time, try to be an adult about it, and try to communicate. Try to be respectful. because when it's all said and done, it's not even about the adults in the situation, it's about the kids. The kids are going to grow up, um, and then they're going to see how their parents acted, or how their stepmom or their dad's girlfriend or their daddy or their mama's boyfriend, and they're gonna see how they acted, and they just gonna piggyback off of that. Forget what you said. They're basically gonna go off of how you acted. If that person come around and the demeanor is not cool, your kids read that kind of stuff. So you got to think about it. It's really for the kids. And me now, like I said, now that I'm older and I understand things completely different, like, my brothers are my brothers till the day I die. Can't nobody tell me no different. Nobody, not no new person that comes in the picture, not nothing. Those are my brothers till the day I die. All six of them. They're my brothers. Period. And it's been that way. They always come to me for advice. I'm their sister. Ain't no step nothing, no nothing. Them is my brothers. And that's just that's just real. And we built that bond and that relationship over the years. No, we don't talk every day. No, we don't always see each other. But like I said, losing my brother, his death took a toll on us, and also made us open our eyes. Like, dang. And then it made me call myself out on some of the little petty stuff that, you know what I'm saying, that I've done, and some of the petty things that I do. It's just, it's not worth it. When you're in a blended family, you have to really be mature about it. You have to really understand that, okay, there was somebody there before that, it didn't work out. But you gotta think, she don't want my man. Well, at least I don't. I can't speak for everybody, because I know there's some other people that still mess around with, nope, not me. Them days is long gone. Seriously. So I think about my kids in these situations, and I know my kids piggyback off how, you know what I'm saying, off how I act. And I can't sit here and say that I haven't acted ignorant, because I have. Because behind my kids, I hop on the highway, I drive down the street, whatever. That's just a mother. It ain't even just got to be a situation with the new girl, family, friend, anything. That's just how I am for my kids. But at the same time, I'm still growing and maturing and learning these situations myself. Like, people like can be real ignorant. Like, say for instance, my situation. My man don't have any kids, so I don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't have to deal with the whole baby mama thing or whatever. But I have kids. But he loves and accepts my kids just like they his. And I expect him to, because he knew, you know what I'm saying, what he was dealing with when he got with me. Like, he knew that I had kids. But again, then we have those negative people. Them ain't his kids, and he ain't got no, just talking noise. And I think that's ignorant too. Like, but he got into this situation with me, and if he's okay with it, then nobody else should have nothing to say. Point blank, period. He's okay with it, so why is it a problem with anybody else? So don't let negative naysayers and nothing when you have a whole blended family situation. If the person you with, if they family don't want to accept your kids, that's fine. Just give them two middle fingers and keep it pushing. Because y'all don't have to worry. Nobody else has to worry about it but y'all. But like I said, you have to deal with negative people and miserable people. Blended families go way, way back. This is just not a new generation thing. There's so many people that have blended families. They got different daddies, different mamas, step parents. They got it. It's bonus. It's extra. Why don't people make the best of these situations? People just make negative out of it, and make it something that it don't have to be. Me personally, I love my kids to death. I love my man to death. There's people that's not okay with him being with me because I got kids. That's always the number one thing. She got kids, and guess what? I take care of all three of them. I do that. I make sure I don't ask for none of his people to take care of my kids, take my kids, because I got a mama. that if I do need anything, I can go to, but I don't because I handle my business myself. But all my moral of this whole video, which got really long, and I can keep going, but I'm just gonna cut it off here. Blended families are important. Make the best of it. And anybody that don't want to make the best of it, cut them off, because it's about the kids. Point blank, period. Put your feelings aside. No matter if the ex look better than you, the new girl look better than you, it just didn't work out for y'all. Keep it pushing. It's about them kids. Period. Just accept it for what it is and make the best of it. Bonus parents are amazing. They can love just like you can. Nobody will ever be able to love your kids the way you do. I don't care what nobody say. Can't nobody love your kids like you do. But bonus parents are amazing. They can show love. They can be there. They can be that extra help that you might need. But people are so ignorant and simple-minded that they don't get it. So, with that being said, I'm going to close this video out, guys. It's been a while. I have some more things to talk about, but I be getting so busy. So, I know this is a long video, but it was so important. I had to say this. I really did. But rest in peace to my little brother, Christopher Smith. We love you. We miss you dearly. I'd do anything to have you back, bro. But losing him made me realize why blended families are so important.